What's going on, everybody? This is Coach Wash here with My Journey is Different, which is raw and uncut, one-on-one interviews with people who have life stories, and because everyone's journey is different. I'm here with Coach Jason Burrell, one of my dudes, one of my friends. It's great to have you here, brother.
Good to be here.
Now let's go into what brought you here after 40-something plus years of life. What brought you to the place you are now?
Well, I started off in Los Angeles,
L.A.?
Yeah, South Central Los Angeles. I
Let's
don't really
go.
like to call it South Central because I don't like the way they like the title where we live. But, for those that don't know, South Central Los Angeles, grew up there. Excellent parents, excellent schooling. Education was always a key and was a must. Reading and writing was always done at a high level. So, then what brings me out here is, me and my family decided to move out here. We've been out here for over 17 years.
A long time.
It took me a minute. Yeah, it's a long time. If it was left up to my first 2 years, I would have gone. I'd have left the IE after 2
That's
weeks.
one U-Haul.
Yeah, the U-Haul wouldn't even have got unpacked. Trust me. Life was so different out here. Living in the city, it was so fast. And moving out here, it was too slow. I mean, I was going back to the city every 2 weeks to get my hair cut.
Oh, wow.
Whenever I could.
Wow.
And it wasn't until I kind of gave it a chance that things started to work out. But I was in the sports entertainment industry. And next thing you know, the Lord's got me coaching football. I had no clue, that I was going to be in this field. And it's really not even coaching football. It's really mentoring young men and building up young men. And I'm kind of just paying forward what was done to me.
Well, you learned from all of that at an early age, and then later you kind of grasp onto your purpose.
Right.
Am I right?
Yeah. For me, it kind of worked out that way.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now with the mentoring and the helping the young men and all the stuff that you've done, well, you even worked for the Raiders for a minute, right?
Yeah, I did. I interned with the Raiders for a little bit. It was awesome. That's when I knew. At that time, I wanted to be an NFL GM.
Wow. Wow.
I definitely am. The Holy Spirit's blessed me with the ability to understand personnel and then build relationships.
Okay.
But once you get behind the curtain and you see what's really going on in the NFL, they don't love you. They don't. If you believe they do, they don't. Let me tell you, they don't. And it's not that I'm an expert. I don't want to come off as an expert, but I've been blessed with the opportunity to see behind the curtain. And it's truly a business in every single sense of the word. It is a business. And if you can't do anything for that particular ball club, they're going to find somebody who can. And that's just not the environment I want to be in. No matter how much money they can pay me. I
don't know right now. He paid me $2 million. Nah, man, I ain't gonna sell myself.
Football's a great sport.
Yeah.
But I still like to be in a position where I can help young men. Not that you can't help grown men, but at that level, they're making millions of dollars. They want to know how you can help them, for the most part, help them become better at their craft so they can make more money. I want to get them a little bit younger when I can actually pour into them, help them, and they actually listen and appreciate, and you can actually see their lives change. The internship with the Raiders was awesome, but I'd like to get into college football, and I've been in high school, I've done junior college, and the goal is to become a college head coach and really do this thing at a high level.
That's very intriguing that you say, at a high level, and talk about that high level when it comes to you as a man going through all of that. Spirituality, your relationship with the Lord, what has all the experiences through your journey so far taught you as a man and how to deal with those adversities and situations that come about?
Well, one thing it's taught me is empathy. And that covers all races. You got to be able to empathize and kind of meet people where they are.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it at the time, but growing up, my father really wasn't around from the age of 4 to 21. And when I say not around, meaning consistent.
Yeah.
Consistently. I'm,
In the home.
Yeah.
Well, he might have been in the home, but it was just.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't even in the home.
So I grew up a single parent.
Okay.
Like a lot of people, but even though the story is common, like your show, everybody's journey is different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so, getting back on topic, the Lord had put so many different men in my life to actually raise me. So we talking about, I had a lawyer, I had a college professor, I had an RTD bus driver for those who in LA.
RTD, not MTA.
Yeah, not MTA.
25-cent transfer.
Right. Going through Inglewood, and you have some people who would hop through the back window or ride on the back of the grill on the back of the bus. Come on, man, you know what it is.
High underneath that what was that? That mirror, that big mirror.
That big mirror. Come on, man. So those were some great times.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it was an MTA bus driver, Coach Cunningham.
Wow.
A mail carrier, Coach Steve. Just so many different men in my life. And I didn't realize it at the time, but I will tell you is I was always paying attention. I was paying attention to Mr. Mason, who was a college professor.
Oh, you knew Elliot Mason?
No, this is Robert Mason.
Okay.
This is Robert Mason.
Okay.
And,
might have been his dad.
No, I don't think
Oh, no. He's a college professor, though.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So my guy was a college professor at USC, Occidental, various places, highly intellectual man, but he came from Chicago.
Chi-Town.
And
South Side. No.
Definitely South Side.
I got family out there.
The famous Robert Taylor Homes is where he grew up. They no longer exist, but he's really from Alabama. He had his hands in the Black Panther movement, so this man was well traveled.
Okay.
His son grew up to be a fine lawyer. His other son is editing movies. So when you came over to the Mason household, it was a history lesson.
Okay.
My other best friend, Jason Sheldon, lived around the corner. His father was he was in a record industry, worked for Warner Brother Records, Cold Chillin' Records. I want to say he was their top hip hop publicist. So, I mean, Big Daddy Kane would come to the house.
Okay.
We're talking about Eric B. and Rakim would come to the house.
Paid in full.
So, I mean, we were at concerts, we were backstage, so I got exposed to a whole lot. Just around a lot of professional men, white collar, blue collar. So I learned a lot from them, and they taught me how to. Mr. Mason taught me how to read and write at a high level. The Shelton household in the summer, we go play, we do all these different things that we did up and down the neighborhood. But there are times I come over to my friend Jason's house, and Jason Shelton is his name, and his mom would answer the door. So because our names were Jason, they called him Jason, and they would call me JB.
Okay.
So his mom would go, JB, the boys aren't coming outside today. They're doing schoolwork, or they're doing book reports, or they're reading. Why don't you come in and read with us? So how you gonna tell somebody's mom no, right?
Boy, get your butt in here.
Right. So I'm going in and I'm learning how to do book reports. I'm learning how to do all these different things, and thank God I had an awesome mom who taught me how to be respectful. So when his mom offered it, there was no way I was turning her down.
Couldn't turn her down. Got you.
So the relationships that were built in those various households, I didn't realize it at the time. They were teaching me, one, how to be empathetic, and I mean, I learned how to eat different foods, different things, how to set the table, various just.
You learned manners.
Man, manners. I learned art. I learned I was around very cultured people. My mom's cultured as well, but she's out working. I'm at the house, and my neighborhood was the neighborhood. But like I said, I was blessed to be around various families who just took me in and made me one of theirs. So the next thing in terms of coaching is just you build a relationship. And then once you build a relationship, then from the athlete's perspective, they actually know that you care. And then from there, you have their attention.
Right.
And
right.
what we know about all young men is they want to be led.
They want to be led.
Taught,
yep, they sure
even
do.
when they say they don't.
Yeah.
And then from there, you got to, as a coach, figure out what's next for them, where they fit into whatever system that you're putting in, sports and non-sports, even if it's academic. They like structure. So, and then when you make them a part of the structure, now it feels they have some ownership, they have some stake in it.
And they really need that, and they really want it.
And then from there, it's easy to drive the bus. It's easy to drive the bus.
Put a 25-cent transfer in that one.
Hey, man, come on. Come on.
Well, Jay, it's great that you have that insight to not just share your story, but to give back of what you've learned throughout the years. You had people in your circle that you didn't even expect.
Right.
And, what you do on a daily basis is trying to be that person in that circle for these young men.
Right.
So, I tell everybody this. Your journey is different, but some people just don't never hear your story.
Right.
Because they might feel they're the only one going through this.
Right.
But no, dude, I crossed this bridge years ago. All right, B, I'm gonna ask you one more question.
Okay.
And I want you to answer this really with your heart and really think about this.
Right.
What movie is your favorite movie that inspired you that ties in to the life Jason Burrell has lived?
One of the dopest movies I've ever seen. And you probably wouldn't think that I would say this movie, or most people wouldn't think I would say this movie, but it's Good Will Hunting.
Good Will Hunting.
Have you seen it?
I probably have, but I probably was late at night.
No problem. You should go watch it again. Okay, so it's an awesome story.
Hold on, bro. That was funny.
That was funny. That was funny. But the movie you said inspired me. So that movie was dope. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. And I didn't see it when it first came out. I doubled back and went and watched it again, and it was awesome because I forget the character's name, but it was about a young man who was extremely smart in math, but because his journey was so different, he never believed in himself. So it was almost like the phrase we hear in football all the time, a diamond in the rough. So he decided to be a janitor.
Okay.
But he was a janitor at, I want to say Harvard, and he was brilliant. He was a math savant, and so the professor would come outside and he would give his students extra points if they could solve this particular math equation, and so nobody could come close to it. And when he's mopping up at night and doing the janitorial work, he saw it on the board, and he finished it. And one night, the teacher was coming out, the professor was coming out and saw him, and he ran off and tried to hide. And eventually the professor found him and challenged him to join his staff, join his class, because he saw how brilliant the young man was.
Oh, wow.
And so he never empathized with the young man. He spoke only to the talent and not the person. And then he took the kid he got him a job, but he never built a relationship, so the kid didn't appreciate it.
Okay.
So Matt Damon is the actor. So it wasn't until he went back and spoke to one of his old college buddies, who was a psychologist at a community college. And first of all, next thing, community colleges are one of the dopest places ever. I'm getting ready to graduate from Grand Canyon University with a sports psychology degree, but my most favorite time was at community college. The grind, the good times, the bad times, it made me appreciate going through that. So I got a special place in my heart for JUCOs.
Okay.
Anyway, the first thing Robin Williams spoke to was his relationship. He empathized with him. He held him accountable. He never let him slack off, but he never spoke to the talent. He spoke directly to the person. And the kid had built up so many walls that he didn't want to let anybody in. And Robin Williams was relentless about getting to know the person. And just like all the football players we know, all the athletic kids we know, even our own kids, the moment he figured out that this dude just loves me for me, man, he opened up, blossomed, and appreciated everything that he was teaching them.
That's deep.
And so that movie was
Good Will Hunting.
Inspiring, Good Will Hunting. Dope,
Okay.
dope movie.
Okay.
Dope movie.
Wow.
And Matt Damon had all the bravado in the movie, and he wouldn't take nothing from nobody the same way in which we grew up. They could have dropped that movie in South Central LA or any hood across America, and you could appreciate, you would have appreciated his role and the way he played the position and played the role. So it was
now that's
dope.
detail. You broke that down. You broke that down. I appreciate you, brother. My guy.
Yeah.
Somebody take something of what he give. You have anything to say to anybody before, we're done? You have anything to say that can help someone else because their journey is different, just like yours was, and all of our journeys.
One thing I will say is, like you say, your journey is your journey, and as long as you understand that, there are going to be haters. The journey is going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. Don't let anybody tell you that it's not going to be hard. It is going to be hard, but your ability to fight through adversity, your ability to stand tall, your ability to continue to reach out and to people that really genuinely love you and care about you and actually listen to them.
Wow.
You're not alone, but it is your journey. Ignore the outside noise because it is going to be noisy at times. You just got to pray and ask the Lord to bring you somebody in your life that is going to be honest, forthright with you, going to hold you accountable.
There you go, brother.
And, I'm only telling you this because as a man, it's been hard. As a father, it's been hard. And the only way I make it through is I have gentlemen like this in my life. I have older men who've gone through some things in my life that hold me accountable. They challenge me to do better. They don't allow me to take the easy road out. And so I would say just continue to surround yourself with like-minded people and people that'll make you grow, people that expect you to be great. Listen to them even when you don't feel like it. Because we know we have them days.
Yeah, we do.
But we don't feel like it. Our flesh is telling us to do one thing, knowing that spiritually we need to do something different.
Wow.
So from there, that's what I would tell you, to stay in your own lane. Because your lane, and if you stay in your own lane, you can't lose.
There you go.
Your lane is set up for you to win. So I would say stay in your own lane, continue to put God first, have an excellent time in along your journey. Slow down and appreciate it because it goes fast.
Yeah.
So appreciate those moments.
Yeah.
And you'll be fine.
My guy. Jason Burrell. Love you, brother.
Love you too.
All blessings.
That's right.
There we go. That's my journey is different. Here with Jason Burrell. Thank you, brother, for being a part of this process.
No problem.
Of this journey. Love you, man.
Love you too.
Got that? Raw and uncut. 101. My journey is different.